So let's see, we have a PowerPoint. Okay, so first project is the Honomū Subsistence Agriculture Phase 1 development. This comprised of 16 1-acre lots. The location is very close to Akaka Falls. And the subdivision application was submitted to the County of Hawaii in August. This subdivision will consist of county standard roadways with overhead electrical. Water will be by catchment. We are preparing invitation for bid for construction for November 2020, and the estimated construction cost is $2 million, and I believe this will be funded with legislative appropriation. Okay. Okay, next project, Panaʻewa Subsistence Ag Lots, subdivision of lot 185, another subsistence ag project. This will be 16 half-acre lots. County of Hawaii issued tentative approval in February. We were able to clear up the issues with both state land use and with the help of the Department of Attorney General, they rendered an opinion that it does not apply to DHHL. So this was a big move forward for this project. The project will consist of a county standard road, potable water, overhead electrical, and of course, subject to the budget. In this case, the estimated amount is, like Honomū, $2 million. And we are funding it by way of trust funds. So this is something the commission approved back in June of this year. So again, invitation for bid in November 2020, construction to start in the spring of 2021. So these may be following parallel tracks with Panaʻewa and Honomū. This next project is a Kaumana lot rehabilitation. Currently, we are in process of doing improvements on three lots in Kaumana. We were funded by legislative appropriations totaling $500,000. And we're happy to report that about $235,000 in construction funding was reauthorized by the last state legislature. So we didn't lose that construction money. Okay. Kaʻū water system. In the early part of this year, we went out to bid. And the total construction cost is a little over $2.7 million, again, funded by the state legislature. So right now we are in the process of certification of the contract. We're continuing to coordinate with the County of Hawaii regarding the construction as well as the maintenance and operations of the water tank. So it's maybe a little bit difficult to make out the photo, but the tank will be situated on Hawaiian homelands right off of South Point Road. Right now you see that the water line is traversing through the homestead lots, and in the next slide you'll see that we have plans to move that water line into the roadway. So part of this project initially expected to make improvements on the pressure reducing stations. That's being deferred because of budget, but we're planning to bid this out this coming fiscal year. Okay. So the next phase would be we'll complete the replacement of the pressure reducing valves, and then start the design process to relocate the existing water line into South Point Road. Okay, this part of the project, which involves also doing a formal subdivision of the pastoral lots, will be estimated at like $15 million. So this is something we got to work hard at the legislature to obtain this. Okay. Okay, so I went through. Okay, so relocating water line, installing new water meters, providing fire protection, and the subdivision. So we again plan to have this part of the legislative funding package in the next biennium. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what's the Hawaii projects? This is the villages of LaʻiʻŌpua. Village 3 was constructed about 15 years ago. Village 5 over the last 5 years, and we have approximately 45 turnkey houses occupied and a dozen habitat homes that are constructed. Our next few projects are Village 4 Kaʻū subdivision, which will contain the rent with option to purchase project. Last month we came to you with the status report on that. We are providing Ikaikoahana with right of entry to start the staging and movement of equipment to start the construction of houses in Village 4, and this will be on the bottom portion of the subdivision. Developer will be going into HHFDC to seek additional low-income housing tax credits for the other 45 lots in Village 5 and approximately 50-something lots in Village 4. So the Kaʻū subdivision is completed, and so you see that entryway there. This is where the houses will be built for the rent with option to purchase program, and working with CAD to start scheduling the project offering by November, and then with houses also starting construction in November, and then tenant occupancy scheduled for probably the latter part of the first quarter or early part of the second quarter in 2021. Okay. What's currently in design is the phase 2 subdivision called HEMA. It's the slide says 101 residential lots. So this was the number that was going to be constructed without the water credits, but thankfully with the agreement, initiated with the planning office, we have additional 24 water credits so that we can build a total of 125 residential lots. This project is being partially funded by USDA grant funds for water, the sewer, and the stormwater improvements. Total construction is about $14.9 million. So the balance of 12.2 will be funded from our legislative lump sum appropriations in lot development. And so this is also was part of the Hawaiian Homes Commission approval of the development projects back in June of this year. So we're moving towards advertising for bids and I'm sorry, the slide says 2018, but it is 2020. And we're excited to move this project forward. I believe this might be the last slide, but Mahalo Commission for approving the license. There's still a lot of work to do with the communities in Kamoku and the Honokaia pastoral lots. We had a meeting earlier, well, this was last week, and there are many issues dating back to 2007 that we're needing to thumb through and to actually put the agreements and understandings into the construction and the water use. So there is a lot of work ahead of us on that. Meetings are being planned with the communities. I don't have exact dates, but this is something that Land Development Division will move forward on. The cost of the system itself is 1.3, and mahalo again Commission for allowing LDD to increase that to 1.5 with approval last month for another $300,000. So right now, I believe that the license has been approved, so it's going into its execution phase with Viola Honokaia to operate and maintain. So with that, again, we'll provide some updates to the dollar amounts and the numbers and update whatever information, but that'll be sent out to all commissioners. So I believe that's the last slide.
Okay, thank you.
Kawaihae. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's not forget that. Okay, so also in LDD, we're implementing 5 self-help projects. Right now, there is a delay. The HUD ER needs to be completed. I'm informed that this could take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And so LDD is going to have some discussions with Chairman's office and with Homestead Services if there could be any options, because these leases are in place. Habitat is ready to move, but the HUD ER is not yet completed. It's kind of complicated issue that dates back many years, but we're trying to resolve that matter. And so with that, I want to thank all commissioners for support. And we're really excited to get these projects moving and on the ground.
Okay. Thank you, Stuart. Questions from commissioners? Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Thank you, Stuart, for that presentation. Appreciate all the hard work you guys are doing on this, especially on the island we live on here. Couple, I guess, quick questions. Like the Honomū and Panaʻewa subsistence ag lots, are they all awarded, or is that pending development?
These lots are not awarded, so LDD will be working with CAD through the construction period so that we can time the offering of the lots in both Honomū and Panaʻewa.
Okay, great, thanks. Yeah, and really appreciate the approvals to get the rehab subdivision lots in Kaumana. I just wanted to ask, when David and I did a visit of King's Landing with the district manager, she was able to take us through Keaukaha and pointed out there were several homes there that aren't occupied anymore, and they will need to be rehabbed and so that they can be awarded again. But So looking forward to seeing what other opportunities or plans we have to helping out rehabilitation in Keaukaha. Also in Panaʻewa, I did drive around. There's a lot of homes that looks like are in dire need of rehabilitation. So I don't know, how is that handled like in the future as far as how do we consider that, Stuart?
For those homes in Keaukaha, right now we're working with Homestead Services Division. That is in inventory. LDD had participated with doing some rehab, but we're taking a look at those again to see what is most feasible as far as awarding, and if we would look at additional improvements, because there are challenges to these homes, and it varies from home to home. But there are ongoing discussions with Homestead Services Division on that. I'm not sure if Juan is here.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have to be cognizant of how the offer and award is made, if it is as is, or if, and also be cognizant about the appraisal values of these houses.
Right. And that's a good point about as is, because several of the homes that I saw, like the yards were overgrown, and there's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done. And there's reports of squatters moving in and alleged illegal activities. So that's something that, that's of concern, and it takes some time to follow up with rehabilitating so that those homes can be back, be available for awarding again. But thanks for that update on that. I wanted to speak to the water project in Kaʻū. That is a welcome project there. I've been briefed with my district manager. I've been out there several times. We got some very active cowboys out there, and this water system is a blessing. There was this past weekend at a fire there. It burned over 3,500 acres at South Point, and I don't know if this water would have been of any help, but it sure would help with the 25 lots that are there and very few homes that have been built. So again, thank you for all the hard work, Stuart, to you and your crew, your team. Appreciate it very much.
Mahalo for that comment. I do want to say that there's, I guess, a lot of expectation on the quantity of water that's going to be available, because right now the tank is only one component of the long-term system.
Right.
It is being equipped with a small spigot. And so we're continuing to work with the water department as far as what is available, and also operationally how it will provide water to the lessees. And so there's limitations, and we still need to work through that. Also with memorandum of agreement with the county on how this is to actually work, and what are the real expectations for the water. So again, I'm I think Chairman is looking at me, and I'm hedging. I'm trying to dance. My feet don't really work that well now at my age, but I just wanted to just throw that out, that we're continuing to move in a direction forward, but there will be limitations, and we do have to get back to the community to discuss this, similar to the community in Honokaia.
Yeah, no, appreciate that. We won't be able to please everyone, but moving forward, like you say, that's a big plus. Appreciate it.